and I took the jacket from around my waist because you know what, I have a fupa, and she is coming outside today. It's too hot to be having on extra layers trying to hide a fupa. I'm not doing it. It is what it is. They're gonna get this fupa today. So we are going to the Slauson photo walk, and my eyes like a little bit irritated. It's been watering since yesterday, so I'm not gonna do like makeup. I'm gonna do no makeup, which is pretty much what I do every day. But I'm gonna do my moisturizer, and I usually do like this Korean Beauty firming eye cream. It's from Complexion, and I'm gonna skip it today because my eye is already irritated, and I don't want to piss her off even more. So we just gonna do our little La Roche-Posay triple moisturizer. Do it on the neck. And make sure we apply some sunscreen. Get me nice and moisturized. Okay, so I don't know how hot. Well, it says it's supposed to be 80 something, 85 I think. But the last couple weeks it has been, I mean, the curls that be coming out when you just do a little bun on the top. That's insane. Now, obviously, if it's gonna be 85 degrees, we are not gonna do all this. So I think I'm gonna do just like a little half up, half down situation. And I think I'm gonna take well, I guess I don't need the extra ponytail holder. I could just take the top down and put the rest of it up if it gets too hot. So let's do that. Makeup look, we're gonna do the CoverGirl True Blend Skin Enhancer Gel Bronze, and I just do like a little, well, we probably got a lot right there, but that's okay. We gonna be shiny today. Take a little of that over here. And I'm not a makeup girl, so don't look to me for no makeup tips. This is what I do, because I don't wear too much makeup, because I don't know how to do too much makeup. So okay, and then I'm gonna do a little Charlotte Tilbury, I think it's called Glowgasm. And you just do it like right on the bridge of your nose, and I do a little on my cheeks, and I just use the same brush because I have no manners. So, and again, this might not be right, I don't know. But you see how it just gives like a little zhuzh? Like it feels like I'm like naturally glowing from within. That's what we want. And then I use the Panorama Voluminous Mascara by L'Oreal, which I'm almost out of, so I need to go get some more. I can't see it in there. To be quite honest, it's already hot, so we just gonna go ahead and put it all up. We'll do some cute little pieces out. The Eco Styler, and then on top of the Eco Styler, because my hair be resistant to gel, braid gel. Okay. And the alarm is going off, so I have to leave in 15 minutes. And this is how I get out of the house on time, is I set multiple alarms leading up to me having to leave so that I make sure I get out of here when I'm supposed to get out of here. Okay, fit check. I don't know if you can see the shoes, but I got these really cute Reeboks from Ross. And as many places as I went to look for sneakers to walk in, Ross ended up being the location that I found the most comfortable sneakers. And so that is a lesson to me that I do not need to spend a lot of money to get quality like products. But who knew, right? Because the shoes that I was looking at are supposedly made for walking, and I guess it was just too much going on in the soles. Like, these are comfortable. I don't have to worry about these. I love that for me. Okay, friends, we are at the photo walk. I just parked. I'm so glad I got here early because I feel like I got the last parking space in the area, and I'm around the corner. So yes, we're here though. I just need to walk up. I ended up putting this shirt on because I needed to put a bra on because I was already starting to get boob sweat, and I just was not trying to be walking with boob drip. So t-shirt. It's a half shirt. You can't really see it, but yeah, we ready to go. And I took the jacket from around my waist because you know what? I have a fupa, and she is coming outside today. It's too hot to be having on extra layers trying to hide a fupa. I'm not doing it. So it is what it is. They're gonna get this fupa today. Let's go. This looks like the Mayday parade. On the photo walk. Have a good day. I have walked about 7,500 steps, and we got about 6,500 steps to go back. So, but we done. Well, once I get this mile and a half back, then I'm done. And I was gonna go to an estate sale, but I'm so hot. I just need to go home and sit down for a little bit, cause like, oh my god. Okay, friends. It's the next day. It's Sunday. It's like 12:45. It's 12:48 actually. That felt like a white lie. And I don't know. I just rounded down to the nearest time, and that's not really relevant, except for it felt weird to say it's 12:45 when it's actually 12:48. Moving on. It is still 197 degrees in Los Angeles. And with that in mind, I cannot turn on the oven to heat up this fried chicken that I shouldn't be eating because I'm clearly down. I've clearly lost a couple pounds, people. Like, things are different, okay? However, I wanted some fried chicken, and I've been really, really good. Like, during the week, I have only been eating whole foods, and I mean like snacks have been cut up bell peppers, red peppers, yellow peppers, orange peppers, green peppers, cut up cucumbers. Like, I have been really, really focused and locked in. And today I wanted fried chicken, and I actually had a donut for breakfast. It's okay. I'm gonna get back to my life tomorrow. Today, we're gonna indulge a little bit, and instead of putting this fried chicken in the oven to make it, because I don't use my microwave, which I didn't even realize was a thing until my sister came to visit, and I was cooking everything in a pan on the stove where I was putting it in the oven, and she was like, why don't you use this microwave? And I think my grandmother lived until she was 103. She lived on her own until she was like 96. And she always talked about how she never used a microwave. And so there could be something to that. It could be completely unrelated. She just might be one of those people who has a long life. Like, she is what are they called? Centenarians. There's like a whole zone in Japan dedicated to these people, because a lot of them, like the majority of them, live to be over 100. Anyway, she could be one of those people, and that could just be in my bloodline genetically. But if it also has to do with the fact that she did not use a microwave, it could be completely unrelated. Either way, I just don't use the microwave. It also is just very cumbersome. Like, it doesn't attach to a plug. Like, it's not in a place where it is up against the wall that has a plug, so I have to move it on the microwave cart to the plug. It's just too much. So I just heat everything on the stove or in the oven, and today, since I can't use the oven, we're gonna use the air fryer. So all that said, let's heat up this chicken. I get the chicken from Ralph's, by the way, because Ralph's has the best fried chicken in Los Angeles, and it don't make no sense, but the salt to crunch ratio on the skin, you can't beat it. Actually, Honey Kettle has the best chicken, but this is the best grocery store chicken. Thighs, because those are the best meat. One wing. It's so hot. I love this for me. Okay, so I have a whole 30-day plan for September. It is August 31st, by the way. And I talked to y'all last week about how I wanted to like have 10 videos filmed before I go into this 30-day fall series. I have one video filmed. I think a couple things are at play here. So first, I think there's like this sense of overwhelm because I've never done a 30-day series on Instagram or TikTok before. And so I feel I have always built up in my mind that doing a 30-day series on one of those platforms where I'm in the kitchen constantly would be a lot of work. And so if I am constantly thinking about it as a lot of work, it is so built up in my brain as something that is hard to do and maybe impossible to do and maybe an inconvenience to do, that I've kind of gone into like a freeze about it, where I just keep thinking about it and I'm not acting on it at all. And so I broke it down for myself in a more palatable way, so that I can actually get it done. So we're gonna do the 30-day series, and it's 30 days of fall food and wellness. And 4 of those days will be recipe days where I am sharing recipes that I'm making in my kitchen. And then 3 of the days are actually just gonna be wellness stuff. I planned out for next week. Monday is an apple pie salted caramel smoothie, which is like a protein smoothie, and it's great because this type of recipe gives me an opportunity to tag brands and use a lot of different branded products in the video. So it sets me up for more UGC collaborations, but it's also very easy to film. Like, it takes 20 minutes to film a smoothie and drink it, all said and done, because all you have to do is set up your camera, you move it around a couple different ways, you dump all the ingredients in there, blend it up, take a sip. Like, it's very, very easy. And then we're gonna do a salmon recipe, which is the one thing that I've already prepared. Wednesday, I'm gonna do the photo walk, and so part of the wellness is the idea that like getting out of the event or getting out of the house to go to new events once a week is a great way to, and beating the winter blues starts in the fall. That's kind of like the theme of the wellness portion of the 30-day series. So beating the winter blues starts in the fall. We'll do the Slauson photo walk for Wednesday. Thursday, I'm gonna do a fig salad, which I will film on Tuesday. Friday is a home goods haul. Already filmed that. Okay, so I already have 2 of these videos. Actually, I already have 4 of the 7 of these are already filmed. So Friday is the home goods haul. Saturday is on Saturdays We Bake. That's the theme for Saturdays all September. And so I'm doing collagen protein brownie bars. Somebody else came up with the recipe. I'm gonna just make their recipe. And then Sunday is a photo carousel / finding sneakers. And so that is only 3 things that I have to film for the entire week. And I was trying to make myself batch film them, but I think also the idea of batch filming 3 new recipes in a row was a little intimidating for me because I haven't ever made any of this stuff, but also it's other people's recipes. So anytime I use anybody's recipes on my social media, I always tag them or say I got the inspiration for this recipe from XYZ. But filming someone else's recipes
3 times in a row in one day is a little bit overwhelming. So we just break it apart. It just doesn't have to be hard. And I have spent a lot of time talking about that on this platform, and I think it's important for me to like remember my own advice. And if it's not feasible to do it the way that I've been thinking about it, break it down and do it in a more palatable way for myself. So my only goal today is to film the smoothie. That's all I have to do today. And then I will throw it into CapCut and try to get a couple little edits done. But my goal is to have that smoothie posted by tomorrow at like 2 o'clock Pacific time, and then start working on the posting the salmon. And because I have this schedule for myself of what I'm posting every day, it takes the guesswork out of what I need to be doing. And so now I'm just going to plug into my day sometimes to make sure that not only am I on a schedule for filming, but I'm also on a schedule for editing. So I don't have to wonder, okay, when am I supposed to get this done? It takes the guesswork out. I'm gonna put it in my planner. So let's make a schedule for the week. Y'all, I'm about to film this shake and I literally only have 1 ice cube. And it's one of those things where it's been delayed so many times that I really mentally cannot delay this anymore. Otherwise, I'm afraid it won't get done. So I'm just gonna film it with 1 ice cube and hope for the best. That's all you can do. Sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do with what you got and know that it's gonna work out in your favor, because delaying only puts you farther away from the finish line. So we gonna make this shake with 1 ice cube and keep it pushing. And so obviously we start filming here. And at multiple points during the filming process, I'm gonna move the tripod down and around so that I'm switching the angles. And then when I actually edit the video, I'm gonna post the finished product first. And then I'll talk about what we're making so that I get that initial hook. You want a visual hook and also audio hook. And so the visual hook is obviously like a really beautiful protein shake with whipped cream on it, right? Right. And then I'll link it below so y'all can watch the final product.